Hi, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. I'm so happy to be back. It feels like I say, and I started every reading here now with I'm so happy to be back. And then it feels like I've only been back for a couple of minutes and then I'm gone again. So between the illnesses and sicknesses and holidays and whatever, it feels like it has been forever. I was sort of peeking in there for a little bit, but then the holidays came in and so I haven't worked for a bit. So now I am back. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius in this new month, this new year, this new energy. Friendships flip but didn't come out. Maybe there's new friendships being formed this new year. We're going to start with an overall energy here, and then we're just going to go deeper and deeper into that energy. And you're going to have plenty of time to figure out if this is your reading, if you resonate with this reading, if you get excited about this reading, then you might want to consider to come to the extension of this reading. And I want to explain all about it. There's going to be two ways of getting the extension. And I'm going to talk about that at the end. Really? Okay. So all the other ones has gotten one card and you get four. So the first one out is children. Second one is sensuality, lifting the veil. Very much lifting the veil card for me. This is my magical carpet ride. Magical. Magic carpet ride. Vacation. And face your fears. So we have a little potpourri of things happening here. Let's see what all of this is about. We're starting with the children. No, okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. It feels like the child is calming down the parent. The child is a guide here. The child is a guide for the parent. The young is the guide for the old. The old would be you. The parent would be you. And so it doesn't necessarily, if you sit there now, Aquarius, going, I don't even have children. It can like be the young ones coming in, sort of giving guidance to the elderly, which is me, which is us. It can also be like your inner child, because it feels like there's some playfulness here that needs to, like, we need to tap in more to the playfulness rather than the seriousness and what needs to get done and what needs to, like, this is important. And the child goes, no, it's not. What is important? You know, just as a thing that comes up in my brain right now is my little boy, my 3.5-year-old, is like, his thing right now is that he wants to mix his socks. And my slight OCD, admit that, like I joke about it, but there is a slight OCD there. Like, is that, it feels a little bit like, I have to work on the fact that he has like different socks, that it's like, it's mixed. He wants to mix it up. And what the heck does that do to the rest of the world if he has like different socks on? I'll even try once, like, why do you have to switch them? Can we have two that matches that looks perfect together? And then it obviously doesn't go with the rest of the outfit anyway. So it's like, so I have to work on that. And he's so playful in his, like, that might sound like a really silly analogy, but it feels like there's this inner child that wants to come out and take over. So I've seen this once before, where, so this big tiger, I see this as you, Aquarius, and this little child is having the tiniest hand that she's holding, like, on top of the tiger's paw. So do you see that? She's holding like the tiniest hand on the tiger's paw. And it's like the child, sorry for being like everywhere with the card, it's like the child is calming down the tiger, like the child, like if the tiger is a little bit worried, the child is there to say like, it's gonna be okay, mom. It's gonna be okay, dad. It's gonna be okay, guardian. And like I said, it can even be an inner child. Like the inner child is like calming you down to say like, it's all gonna be fine. Like this whole ordeal, it's not really that serious. It really isn't. We came here to play. We came here to mix up our socks. No, we came for order. And then the next one, because I was told to like just have a moment and look at this, and it is interesting because there's another child that's like playing peekaboo. It feels like, and I always seen this child before as a child that needed protection. Like this child really wants to stay close to the mother or to the sister or to this person here. Like they want to they want to stay close by. And today it's like we're working around you. Like there's this the fairies of the ether, or the guardians of the ether, or the guardians of the galaxy. It's a movie. Like there's someone lifting the veil and sort of has your back. Like it's like we're inviting the magical realms. And the child here that I thought like in previous readings as sort of needed protection is the one that sort of is a little bit cheeky and sneaky and like plays peekaboo and hide and seek and all of that. Like they're just hiding out. And this grown-ups that's here taking things so seriously. It's almost like, so here they're sleeping. It feels a little bit, it's a little bit like, should we leave them alone when they're sleeping? Isn't that a little bit invasive, intrusive? But it's like, no, when they sleep, we get them. Like we just come with this rainbow energy and it's like really playful and we're letting the magical realms in, and we have the little child. The little child is here to steer the grown-up in the right direction. It's not that serious. It's like I don't want to say, the child wants to say, Aquarius, it's not that serious. Whatever you're doing and you think you might change the world with this or whatever, it's not that serious. Come play a little bit. Or if this is your inner child, like, do you just need, because then segue to the next one is like vacation. Do you need a vacation? I feel like this is both saying like you could need a vacation. You could take some time out. If somebody told me to take time out right now, it would be, because I've so been wanting to get back to the readings because it's been such a long time to get sort of some structure and order and just work a little, because I haven't for such a long time. So I don't think, like, for me, it's not vacation, but for you, it really is. So maybe you've been working, or working in your mind, and you just need a little bit of time out or an actual vacation. And this magical carpet ride, it just feels again like it's a child's perspective. Like the child comes in to say, can we please go to Disney World or whatever? Like I'm trying to use an analogy here. Can we please go to Disney World or the happiest place on earth? Or can we do something playful now for a moment? And here, I just feel like the other cards were like a little bit of pre-showing, like this is, this is sort of like it is, and this is the shift. This is what you need to do in order to make this shift inside of you. The next card out is face your fears. It feels like when you do, you're going to be able to face your fears. There's something that you have tucked away. There's something, I don't know if you're trying to hold it on the back burner, if it's something that you just, I don't know if it's something you fear, but it may be something that you put off for a little bit. You don't want to sort of deal with it right now, or you don't want to talk about it right now. If there's a situation in your life where you go, well, like I'll deal with that later, or I talk to that person later, or I'll look into that situation later. As for right now, I'm more important stuff to do. And then your inner child comes to say, you know what? We might loosen up a little bit. It's not that serious. It's not that heavy. And if we just come from a more playful side, if we go to the most happy place on earth, and play for a bit, there's the biggest transformation. We have all those butterflies here. We have all those birds. So he talks about transformation, and he talks about freedom, being able to see things like from a different perspective, or even a new perspective, that allows for you to then come into this situation where you can sort of really deal with something where you might need to act as a grown-up, or you might need to sort of not just be whimsical and all over the place, but just really look at a situation that maybe needs a little bit of focus. But the way you do that, the way you approach it, or the way that you sort of go towards that is coming from a way more loose place, like a way more happy-go-lucky place. And from that like perspective, we can deal with stuff in a whole different way. Very fascinating intro here. Can we go deeper into this message and see what else we can find here for I almost call you Libra. Do you have Libra in your chart? You are dealing with a Libra. Maybe just to get a little bit of justice, a little bit of balance in your life. I know it's Aquarius. Let's see what that was. Okay, stop. I will stop. Ooh, it really is something that you dealt with on your own. Suffering in silence. I don't know if it's that heavy that you have suffered in silence, but it is something that you're keeping to yourself. The child is there to calm you down. The child is there to say, it's not that serious. It really isn't that big. If there's a little bit of worry, like the child is the young one is there to sort of teach the parent, teach the older one. We're there to sort of play our way through it. It's like we're going to bring magic in. We're going to bring the rainbow connection in. We're going to bring playfulness, like literal games, hide and seek and peekaboo into the situation. We're going to go on a vacation. We're going to go to the happiest place on earth. Disney World. Or whatever. And you're going to shift your perspective so that you can deal with the situation. Whatever this is that you dealt with on your own. Like you didn't want to look at it. Like here we're looking away. I don't want to face it. And here is like, yeah. And if we're facing it, then there's a blindfold. Like I don't want to deal with this. It's almost like a train that goes, I don't know, in miles, but really, really, really fast miles. Per hour. I don't know if you like if you think that okay, if I just work out a little bit more, it's going to disappear. If I just eat a little bit more, it's just going to disappear. If I just talk constantly a little bit more, it's going to disappear. If I get quiet, I might hear answers. If I calm down, I'm going to get answers. If I stop eating and just listen to the emotions, I'm going to get answers. And it feels like I'm a little bit scared of that. Is the vacation even scary? Like a real vacation where you get silent and still and just be with you? Maybe at first glance, and maybe like your little defense mechanism inside would say, no, I would love a vacation. Oh my God, what I would do for a vacation right now. If I could go anywhere in the world, I would. Type of thing. But then really, really a vacation where you just turn your phone off, turn every social media thing off, where it's just you and your emotional body, you and your thoughts, and like what arises there. Does that feel scary and boring and time wasted? Or does it feel like exciting and I'm finally going to get to meet this inside of me? Going deeper into the message. What else for Aquarius here, please? Tea break. It's exhausting to shuffle. Time to take action. It feels like there's one more, so I'm just gonna... Time to take action. Yeah. I'm going to get to this in a moment because this is where we need to focus. I just want to say, so this suffering in silence, this face your fears, this thing, this serious side of you, this I need to solve this, I need to work on this. I mean, I don't know what that is. And I don't know you. And I haven't walked in your shoes. But I know myself and I walked in mine. And I have had my share of hardships in life. And I know that probably 80% of the time I've been worrying about stuff that I didn't need to worry about. I've been replaying things in my head that I didn't need to, well, I needed to replay them. That's why I replay them. So I can't argue with that. But I mean, I didn't need to replay them in my head as a cautious way of things maybe happening again. So I needed to be guarded and stuff like that. I think I'm just trying to defend myself here a little bit because before I give you the message that whatever you're worrying about right now, you don't have to worry about it. And I know it's so tough to hear if I'm like sitting here just, if you have just found out the most horrible thing in the world, or you're in a situation where you're like, oh man, if that like pigtailed person could just live in my shoes for 1 month, maybe she wouldn't say that I don't have to worry. So I get it. Like there might be something that really is heavy, but the suggestion here is your worry is unnecessary. It's unfounded. Like it doesn't have any grounding anymore. It's gone. So whatever this is that the girl here is like, they're trying to like, okay, I got you. We're going to see this from a child's perspective. We're going to bring in so much more light and laughter and humor and games into this. We're going to lighten the hell up here. And fairies and magicians and laughter, like it's peekaboo time, it's vacation time. It's like, go have fun, go be on the most fun place on earth. This worry is unfounded. This worry is really unnecessary. It really is. To tell a person who's worried not to worry is to have you ever seen, I saw this from the third rock from the sun. Tredje klotet från solen. Tredje klotet från solen. If you ever saw that show, it's for quite telling my age as well. They had this little box of tissues, napkins, tissues, pieces of paper, you know, where you take one up and the next one just comes up by itself. So you take one and then the next one comes and you take that and the next one comes and you take that. Like I laughed my ass off. It was so freaking funny. I can't remember now. John Lithgow. Wow. Surprised at my own remembrance there. You know, he's supposedly an alien. He is not from, it's the third rock from, what? He's from elsewhere and he's now spending time on planet Earth. And just pause there. And he's supposedly an alien and he doesn't know he doesn't know his way around on planet Earth. And he's just he's just finding this thing where it takes the tissues out of the box where it just never ends. It just plucks them. It's so freaking funny. To tell a person who's worried, I know this is a crappy analogy, to tell the person who's worried not to worry is to try to take a tissue out of a box with never-ending tissue, like that one. That's the thing that I get in my mind. Like, it just never ends. And it doesn't matter if we take this one out, there's another one there. There's always something to be worried about. Worry is such a crappy vibration. And I'm trying to bring you down, but it is really tough to get out of. But you can get out of it, and the way you get out of it is to be more playful. To not try to make the thing that you're worried about or that you're suffering in silence about or that you need to face, to have that thing changed. No, this is like completely put it on the shelf. It looks like you're sort of doing like a complete, what I'm not telling you to do, like a complete putting your head into the sand and not focus at all. And like, la la la, la, I don't want to hear about it. But the thing is that the more you put it on the shelf and the more you be playful about it, the more it's going to loosen up. Even if you haven't focused on it for a bit, that's the very thing that's going to help it loosen up. The worry is unfounded. The worry is unnecessary. So something more. Yes. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. And then we have Knight of Gabriel. So there's either solution coming in, like there's just by you shifting this perspective, just you coming into this very much like playful, childlike perspective, fairies of the universe, magician, like fantasy energy coming in. Like if you have a different perspective, you're going to start to have a different outlook. So either it's like it's a different perspective coming in, or is it like it's a new set of like thoughts, messages, energy that enters your life, enters your mind, that allows for you to shift this whole situation. Or it's literally a person coming in. Could be literally a person coming in, helping you with this very situation. It's this time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. I'm going to move this into the extension and see what else around the situation. More solutions to this. It's like we have the basis about it, that there's something we need to approach, but we can approach it in such more playful way. If you feel like this is your reading, if you feel like you resonate, like, yeah, I know what this is about, this is exactly mine, or you're like you're fascinated by it, or you're intrigued by it, you're so welcome to the extension. You're probably going to get something out of the extension. And I just want to say, I moved the extended readings to the Buy Me a Coffee site. The link to that is in the description box. It's all based on donations. But I've kept the Vimeo, and I've lowered the price on Vimeo so it sort of matches what you can, if you like the lowest possible that you want to pay for an extended reading. It's the same price on Vimeo. So it's only rent that you can do on Vimeo now, and it's for half price, almost half price off. So whatever you prefer now, Vimeo or the Buy Me a Coffee, around August of this year, I believe, Vimeo will be gone, I believe. So I will move slowly everything over to the Buy Me a Coffee site anyway. Also, I'm doing this breathe yourself back into alignment. Check it out in the description box. It's my True North, my other site, my True North, where we're breathing right now through our feet to get more rooted with Mother Earth, to get more into manifesting in your life, to breathe through all the chakras into your alignment. So if that feels like something that resonates, go check it out. I will see you at the extended side of this. If not, thank you so much for watching. Aquarius, take care.